So stop what you're doing. Let's look into thrust. What is thrust required dependent on? Weird question, disregard. Yes, thrust is dependent on the density of air. Thrust is the force of flight that pushes in the direction of the aircraft's motion, meaning that the propulsion system in the aircraft has to intake the medium of air, the resistive force, to push off of and to create thrust or motion. And yes, that works with both aircraft and rockets. You know, when you're talking inside of our system or inside of our atmosphere, note that we'll cycle back. So what's thrust on a boat, right? What does thrust mean? Regarding ships, thrust can be defined as the propulsive force that drives the vessel through the water against the resistive force, mostly hydrodynamic, again meaning that boats, their propulsion systems, have to use the medium of water to push off of the resistive force to thrust or move them forward. So let's look at some of these boat propulsion systems and look at some of the diagrams. You know, makes sense. Now, I'm curious, can they show this in reality? You know, diagrams are cool, but can you show it in reality? Why, yes, they can. Everyone's seen a boat in the water. That's demonstratable, repeatable scientific method experiments to back up your diagrams and math formulas. Now let's look into some of the jet propulsion systems. Nice diagram, makes sense. But can they show it in reality with a scientific method experiment to back up their diagram? Yes they can. We've all seen jets fly. They use the air to thrust off of and to move forward. NASA, what about rockets, right? We have this diagram and it propulses and, you know, rockets fly, right? Well, let's see if they have any scientific method experiments to back up rocket propulsion. Well, yeah, they do. On Earth. Here in our atmosphere, not space. That's where the issue comes in. Because yeah, this is CGI. This is an image, brother. This is not a scientific method experiment. Now I can already hear the trolls. Dude, it's a liquid rocket engine when we're in space. Dude, look up the diagram. And I am. Looks awesome. Wow, we even have a math formula. Ooh, numbers. I like numbers. There's a math formula. But can you show this in reality? Well, believe it or not, they can. But they're not in space. And when they are in space, they're not in space, bud. This is an image. This is not an actual photograph. Where's all the photographs? So just be careful of deceptive information, okay? Like rockets can propulse, yes, on Earth in our atmosphere using air, not space. And liquid engine propulsion systems do work on Earth, not in space. Don't just accept cartoons.